What is going on, creators? It's Riley from Welch Coffee Co. Welcome to another episode on our YouTube page. And today we are talking about our coffee grinder, our at-home coffee grinder, and how useful it is for me and how useful it is for everyone else. So let's get to it. So right here we have the Bodum home grinder, coffee grinder. This is a beast. This is my second coffee grinder that I've owned. Got this at Facebook Marketplace. Great pickup for multiple reasons. If you're just getting into coffee and you don't know anything about, grinders, this is your best friend. Or even if you know someone who is into coffee but doesn't have a big budget, have it right here. But let me tell you a little bit more about this grinder. Let's start from top to bottom. From the lid of the grinder, if you can see it right here, it tells you if you want X amount of cups. If it's 8 cups, 1 cup, they'll tell you how many seconds to grind that coffee bean. Also, it shows you what type of grind you want. If you want something more coarse, something like a French press, you can go along here with a diagram. I'm not a huge math guy. I've never done well in math, but this graph is very, very simple to follow. And then you get your refined coffee, which is more for espresso. It's more for the espresso machines. But it also shows you, like I said, the seconds, but the grams and the correct measurement that you need to have the perfect cup of coffee. So again, this is great for someone who's just getting into coffee, and at the same time, this is also great for a person that loves coffee and's been in the industry for a while. Great thing to have. So let's start with that. Very smooth. That was very smooth of me. First, coffee break. Ooh, cheers. Welch Coffee Co. So this is a very sleek coffee grinder right over here. And then we got the actual container, the canister that hosts the coffee grinds. I can tell right here, there is some beans right over here. Now you can also tell with this canister that the logo right over here, beautiful, clean, crisp, and sleek. And then the top comes right here, perfectly sealed to catch all the coffee grains. Pop it back in right in the middle. Fits in perfectly, obviously, because it's made for it. But let's move this. Oh yeah, it's perfect for home, but it also has its own uniqueness. So what I mean by that, let me tilt it over. Ooh, sorry. So, oh my God, this is a nightmare. So we still obviously have some Welch Coffee Co beans in the coffee grinder. You can choose the time, and while using the lid to choose what type of coffee grind you want, you could obviously change it to 15 seconds, 10 seconds, 5, or going all the way up to 20 seconds. So now with the actual funnel, with the Welch Coffee Co beans, you can twist it to where you want it. So again, going back to the graph right over here, we want this bean to be grinded fine because we're going to use it for espresso. We just tilt this bad boy over here. So now that you can kind of see it, it's right here. It has a little portafilter sign. That's where it's going to be fine. And again, going back to the graph, that's where it indicates. So you can twist back and forth to coarse to grind. So it's very simple to understand and follow, but again, it's just not a one-track coffee grinder. And then finally, what we have here is just the on and off button for the coffee grinder. Although this button turns on the machine, this button over here turns on the grinder. With that being said, let's plug it in. And just so you know, this bad boy is not quiet. It does give you that satisfaction of like grinding the beans, and also is helpful that you can look in to see the beans being grinded. So pro tip, when you're filling out your coffee grinder, you want to make sure it's filled to the top so it has enough weight to push all the beans directly down to the grinder, because if you don't, those coffee beans will tend to popcorn and won't get the proper grind that you need for your coffee. So with that being said, I should have listened to my own advice. This is on, and I want to twist this bad boy right over here, and then here we go. As you can tell, it is not the quietest, but it's not the loudest. I've heard louder. Overall, Bodum home grinder, this is a must pick up when you're getting more into coffee, or if you want to gift someone with a coffee grinder, I would highly suggest this bad boy. I had this for a year and a half, and so far so good, knock on wood. Highly suggest this. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching this YouTube video about our home grinder. If you want to know anything more about coffee or anything else about the company, let us know in the comments below. That being said, stay creative.